And, 50s, you're not there yet, but your 50s, there's so much pressure to still be that woman you were in your 30s and 40s.
It's a good note to take.
And that's stressful. But there's something about being fully launched into my 60s. I've been able to celebrate and let go of a younger version of myself.
Mm-hmm. And whatever angels happen to draw my name, I hope they see how proud I am to be the me that remains.
Hey, I'm Norah Jones, and today I'm playing along with Amy Grant.
I'm just playing along with you. I'm just playing along with you.
Hey, I'm Norah Jones. Thanks for joining us. This is Sarah Oda.
Welcome to our show. Today we have Grammy-winning singer-songwriter and musician Amy Grant.
Yes.
In the early 90s, she helped bring contemporary Christian music to mainstream. And her new album, The Me That Remains, is her first collection of original songs in 13 years. And the new music reflects on everything she's lived through in the past few years, including some pretty serious hardships and the perspective that comes with that. So this was a really special episode.
This was great. I remember listening to her music in the 90s. Mm-hmm. When she crossed over to pop music. I don't think I listened to the Christian stuff she did, but that album, Heart in Motion, there were so many hits on it. Yeah. Remember we were going back before she came? We were just back to our 6th grade self.
I know, it came right back.
I know, it's such great pop music.
It's locked in there.
Yes, yeah. It was amazing. It was a big part of my childhood, so it was really fun to hang out. She's super amazing, soulful. There was a lot of wisdom in this episode, and her voice sounds great, and it was really fun.
Yeah, and you'll hear one of the songs that you might just know every single word to, the way that I did.
Yes,
my teen self knew every word.
She indulged me. We did it.
It's so good.
I hope you enjoy this episode with Amy Grant. I just have to tell you, I mean, it's crazy having you in front of me because I grew up listening to your music. Mm-hmm. And in 6th, 7th grade, 1991, when the Big Pop album came out, that was it was like just a 2-year period where I listened to real top 40 radio constantly. And then I started listening to jazz and other stuff. So it was like right in my window. So it's pretty special for me.
I'm so glad.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's the crazy thing about music, like when we attach to other people's music, it really is a chapter in your life.
Yeah, you feel so connected to the person.
Yes.
Even if they don't know you.
I know when somebody asked me today, have you met Norah? And I said, I don't think so, but we've spent so much time. She's been in my listening space. I've listened to you, throughout the years.
That's crazy.
And and it's just like you feel connected.
Yeah.
And so it goes both ways.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, it's very exciting. So have you always played guitar?
Yes. Well, I just play kind of functionally to write.
Yeah.
And lyrics are really my strong suit. And just as a writer, so many times I'll say, will you any chance you would just play a chord progression that you like on repeat and give it to me? Mm-hmm. Because the way I look at it is I just need a different playground to play on.
Yeah. And then you can tell a story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that.
So, but I am now I'm really practicing playing because, at this point in life, I'm so glad to still get to tour. Mm-hmm. But all kinds of things happen in life, you don't know.
Yeah.
You have your plans. But I just would love someday when I'm in the home, I would love to be able to play songs that I wrote.
You don't want to be not able to do what you do, right?
Right, yeah.
So did you you haven't always toured playing?
No.
Until recently?
Well, I mean, I've kind of played off and on, but when I couldn't afford to pay a great guitar player.
Yeah, it was like out of function. I know what you mean.
Yeah. But I find it interesting, when we put music out, you just want so bad for it to be the best version of itself. You want that song to, you want the vocal to be compelling. You want all of the instrumentation to be compelling. But there's kind of a different sort of invitation when things are far from perfect.
Yeah.
And that's really what I'm welcoming at this stage of my life.
There's plenty of perfect out there. And the music industry, I think, has been a little overtaken by perfect. It's so easy to perfect everything now.
Right.
And it's so nice it's like it really just hits you in the heart a little easier when it's really from the heart and
Yes.
not perfected.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, your new album's really beautiful.
Thank you.
And it's really heavy. You've had a heavy time the last few years.
Honestly, heavy's not the word that comes to my mind.
Yeah. What's
Like,
the word?
freeing.
Yeah.
It's been really freeing.
Good.
And I think even without just sort of the unique things that have happened to me, I mean, everybody goes through stuff all the time. And but there's something about being fully launched into my 60s that I don't know. I feel like I've been able to really celebrate and let go of a younger version of myself. And 50s, you're not there yet, but your 50s, there's so much pressure to still be that woman you were in your 30s and 40s.
It's a good note to take.
And that's stressful. And so it's like, oh my gosh, do we have a tighter spank?
Yeah. Tighter spank.
Is there anything we can do?
Yeah.
And I don't know. There's, it's just a different freedom that comes in your 60s. And you really are not fighting it in the same way. You still want to do the best you can with what you got. But there is sort of a beautiful anonymity that comes with time.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I just feel so much more, I don't know how to say it, but like I love watching women in their 40s, because I do believe 40s are really the prime. And I don't feel any compulsion to occupy that space.
Yeah.
I want so much to cheer on and welcome, and you got this, deep breaths, because I know that
I could use that
pressure.
right now.
Yeah. It's just,
I'm having a week, Amy.
I'm telling you. Yeah, and your
Yeah.
kids are young, and it's just like, you're drinking out of a fire hose. And it's crazy to say it will not always be that way,
Yeah, that's good notes on what I'm in right now.
Yeah.
And do you find that music has always been there? Have you ever taken, even in breaks between albums, I mean, the music is still there, or has it left you and then you've come back to it? How do you feel in terms of that?
That's a great question. I don't know that my real giftedness lies in music. I am as happy in the audience as I am on stage. I want to be around it. I want to, it's wordless connection. To me, it's beautiful.
Same.
And I think what I never am removed from is the purposeful connection. It's the only way I know how to say it. Like that is a reason to wake up in the morning for me. Like I kind of go, what is this day going to bring? And who's going to cross my path? And, but just purposeful connection. And music's been a big part of that. And I love participating in it. Like I'll be away from music, sometimes away from the studio for a decade. That's happened a couple of times, over a decade between making music. And then I'll get back in the studio and I go, yeah, nothing's better than this.
I know, it's like you forget how fun it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt the first session with Mac McAnally. And, he just said, Amy, if making music is not fun, something's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
But,
yes.
Yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh, why am I not doing this more?
Yeah, I know.
But it's like we all kind of have limited resources,
Yeah.
and other things demand your creative energy that matter,
Yeah.
but they might not be music.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to me, creative energy happens when you look in the pantry and the fridge and go, okay, I want something to eat, but it's got to be good.
Yeah, you're right.
And you put an onion in a cast iron skillet and you go, okay, this is a good start. But it's like everything is creative. Everything.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like that. Well, would you like to play a song from the new record?
Sure.
Yeah, can we
yes.
play The Me That Remains?
I would love to.
I love this song. It's just you want to like cry a little and celebrate at the same time,
Yeah.
That's how it makes me feel anyway.
Yeah, me too. Can I tell you a little bit about
Yeah.
the writing of this?
Please.
So I wrote this with Mac McAnally, and I wrote this 2 summers after a really bad bike accident, and it was the first lyric that I just sat down and wrote top to bottom.
Oh, wow.
And in the short run after that bike wreck, I just struggled so much with my short-term memory. And so that music has never been like my the strongest thing I bring to a song. But
More lyrics, you think?
more lyrics.
Yeah.
But I not being able to remember 5 minutes ago for a creative idea musically, I just felt like my hands were tied.
Wow.
And so I would try recording, and then I'd go, well, where in that 30 minutes was the 2 lines? Where, so I don't really relate to that now. But my life, no kidding, I set timers, I set alarms.
That's crazy.
Just all the time for anything.
Yeah.
If I start a bath and leave the bathroom, I got a timer going.
I do that now.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, it's good. Yeah, but I've sort of always had an issue with, like I remember one time, this was back in the 80s, and I remember starting the bath water in my hotel room. And then I thought about, I need to go tell somebody something. And I went down to the coffee shop. Oh, my gosh. And the next thing I noticed, I was on the 2nd level. Next thing I noticed, water is coming through the ceiling of the coffee shop. And I'm going, oh my God, that's my
Your room. Oh my God.
Yeah, not good.
But how long did that period last of the short-term memory loss?
Well,
Was it gradual?
everything was just a rebuilding sort of the framework of, so even now, if I'll be talking to somebody, and I don't know if it's because I'm 65 or if it's because of, but, a lot of synapses snapped in my head with the impact of that. And the accident that I don't remember. But if somebody said, remember that trip we took to whatever, and the more they talk about it, I'll go, I remember that, and then we did such and
Yeah,
such.
and then it'll all come back.
Yes. And the beautiful thing when I was working on this record, rather than just get impatient with myself, I thought, well, sometimes our limitations actually sort of create the path forward. And so I reached out to several writers that I'd never worked with. And I was like, hey, I've got a lyric, any chance? No sacred cows, feel
Yeah.
free to change anything. I've got the beginning of a melody idea, but any chance you want to work on this together?
That's cool. So you kind of made a new way to do it.
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
it's fun.
Well, it's really beautiful that you could take it as the kind of a gift and, a new way forward instead of...
Yeah. Nothing is ever all bad or all good,
Yeah,
so there's good in every awful thing.
that's a good lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of awful in every good
Every
thing.
good thing, yeah. You can't take one without the other, right?
Yeah.
Who's playing piano on this?
That is Mike Rojas.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to follow your foot, so keep that going.
Okay.
That's really good
I always
for me.
rush.
I always drag.
A match made in
Always.
heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But if you foot it, I will follow you.
Okay. It's nice to kind of screw up and start over because it just takes a while for me to occupy the space I'm in.
I totally, yeah.
I'm excited so thank you.
It's fun to sort of get our bearings and then keep going.
Coming out of the dark, coming out of this cave. It's taken me months of days and years to find my way. My face in the mirror doesn't look the same, but I recognize a light in my eyes that never did fade. And I'm gonna find and revive the me that remains. Life cut me wide open when my head hit the ground. It wasn't my time for dying, guess my soul just stuck around. And out of this wreckage I'm beginning to claim the gifts and the healing and the me that remains. Coming out of the dark, stepping into the day. It's taken me months of days and years finding my way. When I look in the mirror, so much has changed, but I recognize a light in my eyes that never did fade. And I'm gonna find and revive the me that remains. I barely can remember looking for a change. A whole lot of a little too much was always in my way. And whatever angels happen to draw my name, I hope they see how proud I am to be the me that remains. Coming out of the dark, coming out of this grave. It's taken me months of days and years, still finding my way. My smile in the mirror is enough for today, reflecting the light deep down inside that never will fade. And I'm gonna try and always be kind to the me that remains, to the me that remains.
Aww.
That's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
That's a sweet song.
Oh, thank you.
I loved it. I love hearing it like this too. It's just so. Have you ever done a show solo or like duo, like super stripped down?
Not yet.
No, I think
Yeah.
that would be so cool. Your voice is so. It's you. It's like you're right here. Because I grew up listening to you, but your voice is so beautiful, and
Thank you.
It's just, it just goes right here. You know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny touring anymore. Like So even before I started making this music, I probably do 80 shows a year. I don't know
Wow.
how much you tour. I feel like
Just
that's
on the regular? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I mean, that includes Christmas.
That's kind of the way to do it if you want to stay in it and
Right.
and keep busy, right? And
Right. And you sort of, I think you kind of have to sort of build trust with an audience that they'll go, oh, hey, I kind of feel like I'll go. Sometimes we don't take the responsibility of working hard enough. I think the ticket has to be worth somebody's time. Like I'm
Totally.
always thinking, God, anybody could do anything with their time, their expendable income.
were you like 15 or 16
I
when you
was-
started actually touring and stuff?
I was 17
Okay.
when my first record came out.
That's
and
wild.
Started touring. And I mean, it was nothing to write home about. It was so unprofessional and lovely.
It was probably amazing because you were green, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember doing a show, the first show I ever did. Like, I'm not sure what a ticket price was. It was the late 70s. But I remember looking out from behind the curtain, and the theater wasn't full, but there were a lot of people there. And it was in Fort Worth, Texas. I think the Will Rogers Auditorium.
That's where I grew up.
I knew a few people in Fort Worth, but not that many, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I mean, I played every song I could play and a few cover songs. And I got to the end, and I looked at my watch, and I thought, that's not even a show's worth. and I just went, I said, that's all I know.
That's all.
Somebody from the balcony shouted out, we'll just do them over. And I
Really?
went, and I said, okay.
Oh my God. But that's so sweet.
Yeah, I just started it over. I don't think I played all of them, but it was like,
And they
God.
stayed. Nobody left.
Yeah, I
It was
guess
a
not.
theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's so cool.
But just being together, like for us to do a song right here, music in the same room is so different.
So different. And it's become harder for people to record in the same room. People do a lot of stuff remotely, and they add their parts later, and it's a great tool, but it's really nice to just be in the room.
It is, because
Yeah.
you feel people breathing,
Yeah.
and it kind of sets the pace, the tone, the movement.
Yeah, and time is kind of whatever it wants to be. There's no grid,
Yeah.
When you came out and you started writing these songs, you were in the Christian music world, right? Did you aim to go in that way, or is that just sort of the songs you were writing? Just did you end up just in that world? Somebody saw you. How did you end up
like when I was a teenager?
Yeah, like putting out a record in that sort of genre.
kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah. Well, I didn't. When I first fell in love with music, I mean, I don't remember a time there wasn't a record player playing somewhere in my house. I have three big sisters.
Oh.
3 older sisters. And somebody was always learning a guitar chord.
Oh,
Know,
cool.
nobody was proficient, but there was always a guitar lying around.
That's great.
I think I got my first turntable maybe in the 5th grade, and listening to all the 45s that my sisters had. But they had the Elvis's 50 greatest hits, Beatles, all the singer-songwriters, Joni Mitchell, James Taylor. And then they had Jethro Tull, they had Emerson, Lake and Palmer, they had Aretha Franklin.
Amazing.
They had Jackson 5, it
You
was
were
just,
covered.
Yes. And so the reason I started writing faith music, honestly, was my 2 oldest sisters came back from they started different colleges in the Boston area. And that was kind of in the early, mid-'70s, and there was kind of this sort of Jesus movement sweeping Cambridge.
Okay. And you were living in Boston?
Nashville.
Nashville. Okay. You were from Nashville.
I'm from
Okay,
Nashville, yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, so both my sisters at different times kind of got caught up in that, the Jesus hippie movement.
Okay.
And I laugh and say I think it was a combination of a lot of pot smoking and praising God. It was kind of all of it.
Yeah.
But when they came back to Nashville, I was a kid that went to church with my mom and dad
Okay.
3 times a week.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of church.
Sunday morning, Sunday night. And what I mostly remember was the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had songbooks, but there was always singing. And I loved that. Yeah, and so when my sisters came back from Boston, they were looking for something that felt reminiscent of what they'd had in Boston. And they found a church down on Music Row, and it felt a little bit like a very communal. People were blue jeans, barefoot, lots of flowers,
More their age group kind of
yes.
of that era.
And I love that. And anyway, and that church had a bookstore, coffee shop connected to it, and they would have on Saturday nights just free concerts.
Fun.
And so I would go to those, and that was kind of that music coming from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Just sounded like, singer-songwriter or Southern rock, but all sort of with faith lyrics.
Okay.
And so, I guess the reason I wrote my first song was because at the prep school I went to, just a girls' school in Nashville, we had mandatory chapel programs every week. And it was not a faith-based school, but I guess it was, it's the South.
Yeah.
It's culture. We might have a rabbi come speak.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So it was all over the
It was
map.
yeah. And I remember thinking, God, I wish I could bring some of that coffee shop feeling to this.
Yeah.
Because, we just were sitting there in our uniforms and our assigned seats, and a lot of times it was boring. And so I went to the head of school. This was like my sophomore year, and I said, hey, would you let me sign up for a chapel program? And she said, well,
Wow.
what do you think you're going to do? And I said, I think it's going to be music. And she said, okay. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to write some songs.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Nothing like a deadline, right?
Yes. Yeah. And
Well, that's so crazy.
yeah. And I was too shy to do it by myself. So there was another kid in my class, and she was a great singer. And I said, can we just I don't have 30 minutes worth of music, but I had maybe 4 or 5 songs that I'd written.
Already, with guitar.
Yes. And just, to me, it was just like my curiosity had so been whetted about our spiritual lives, because to me, that's the real connective tissue.
Yeah.
And it was just like the frontier. And I just wanted to start that conversation with my friends. I think I was 15. I had 0 answers, but I felt full of faith and possibility, And so
It's so beautiful.
yeah, so I kind of wedged the songs I'd written in between, Carole King, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow?
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, it was just fun, and it was not about look at me.
Yeah. It was
And
about connection.
It was just about connection, yeah.
Yeah, that's really beautiful how you came into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that the school had a variety of different faith coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is very interesting. People get so, tunnel vision with what they believe. I think to educate kids like that is really unique.
Yeah.
It sounds really unique to me. I've never heard of that happening.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, that was a long time ago. It was
Yeah.
50 years ago. Good God.
Yeah, it's wild.
But I'd have to go back, and I remember that what really compelled me to ask to do one of those chapel programs was sitting through somebody that was in I don't even remember what branch of the Christian faith it was, but it felt so political.
It did.
Even to my 15-year-old, and I was going, shouldn't this be talking about, love?
More broad. So
Yeah.
it was limiting when they came in.
I just remember one day kind
Yeah.
of going, I don't think a chapel program is supposed to be about politics.
Got you. Yeah.
And so I, just kind of went to the head of school and said, what if
I think that's amazing.
I did one? Yeah.
I've realized that as I've gotten older, I feel like a lot of songs that I write do have more of a faith component to them. I never had that when I was younger, but now I do. I feel like it might not be noticeable. It might sound like it's being written to a lover, but sometimes I'm writing to, are you up there?
Yeah,
help me out here. to God, and but in a very broad way. And I think that's such a beautiful way to write. You can be really honest in a way.
Oh, yeah.
That you can't be if you're writing about a specific person, you know.
Yeah. And I find that sometimes I'll go back and listen to a song that I wrote years before, and I'll think, oh my gosh, I was like creating a soft place to land.
Yeah.
Because of something I was going to go through. And so many times I think what we write is, we don't even have to really understand it. You know, it just kind of comes through you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like in our family, Vince and I are in our 60s. We've got one of our blended families, 40s, 3 in their 30s, one's in their 20s.
Wow.
And no matter, you know, everybody's perspective on any given topic just comes straight from where they are in their life journey. I mean, nobody's seeing eye to eye, you know, or just having a different perspective.
Yeah, you go through such different things
Yeah.
at different times of your life.
Yeah, and the phrase that whether we say it out loud or not is always everybody's right on time for their perspective.
Yeah.
It's like our youngest, the fervor, you know, that she might feel about anything, whether it's anger, frustration, you know, it's just right there. And,
Yeah.
and her next older sister, 8 years older, and still it's just like, she'd asked somebody, she'd paid somebody to do a job and it wasn't done right. She was feeling all the frustration. Let me see, what formulas for problem solving do we have at this stage of the game?
Exactly.
And we're getting back in the car, and she said, I am so hangry, and I want to call a friend and go have a session, and I don't think you're the good person for me for this. And I
You're
said,
trying to fix it.
well, or just I'm just looking at it.
Yeah.
You know, kind of looking at it from every angle.
Sometimes people need to vent. And
Gosh,
it's like,
yes.
It's like you have to ask, do you want me to fix this or you want me to just listen
Right.
now?
Yeah. And I said, go spend time with,
Yeah.
you know, get the person you need in that slot.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah. But then like 36 hours later, the combination of our efforts, she was like, oh my gosh, this totally rectified itself.
Yeah.
Almost magically. But it's because I reached out to my friends, she reached out to her friends, and, you know, like everything,
You got to sleep on it
yeah,
to get any clarity.
that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many albums did you put out that were sort of faith-based before you went in,
More pop.
Yeah, more pop. Even though I find some of your pop songs so heart, faith, you know,
Yeah.
like, do you find genre kind of, it's not really about you, that you guys can deal with that, and or do you think about it?
Yeah. Well, the only time I am like focused on thinking about it is if I'm being introduced. Like I'm about to walk out and sing a song, or I'm about to speak. And so often the introduction, like in my mind, I will go, if I heard that introduction, I would have zero curiosity about this person. I wouldn't want to be there.
Yeah.
But like if I'm on an airplane and somebody says, what do you do? I'll say, well, I have a family and I'm a songwriter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what kind of songs do you write? Oh, just songs about life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think genre is for people who make music. I don't think they really, most people I know don't subscribe to that very much. But I know that when that album came out, it was a big deal. It was a huge album, the first.
Oh, yeah. Heart in Motion.
Heart in
HMS.
Motion,
Yeah.
yes. I mean, this was my like peak listening time to pop music. And it was crazy. It was just such a big album. And I knew all the songs and I loved it. And I didn't know your work before that.
Yeah.
But I knew the chatter about, oh, this is her pop album. And before she was making Christian music, like as an 11-year-old, I knew that. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And I was just wondering was that time something where people were coming at you about that? Did you have, was it, did the crossover feel like a crossover to you? You know what I mean? Like, was it something that was confusing the way people talked about it at the time? Because you're just making music, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really exposed to the chatter.
That's great.
And that really was a different
good,
time.
yeah.
I know. And also, I'm just remembering like all through the 80s. So I dropped out of college after 4 years. I mean, I finished 4 years of school, but I was working that whole time. And so I was always getting just a little farther behind.
Yeah.
But it was so lovely then to not be in school and I could just tour and make music all the time. And so, you know, for years I just crisscrossed the United States singing, and I didn't really, it was just so much fun that I wasn't thinking about an overall impact. I mean, it was fun and hard work. It was just the life we were living.
Yeah,
And
you were
so-
just doing the work.
Just doing it, yeah. And for me, honestly, every time some new door opened up, I would be like, really? Like me. That's how I felt with anything that like an opportunity. So in the mid '80s, I remember, you know, Chicago. The band was so big. Peter Cetera was going to do his first solo album. And I had met a producer named Michael Omardian. I'd never worked with him, but I guess he had wanted to work with me. And he tracked me down at my college roommate's house in Atlanta.
Whoa.
Like nobody had cell phones.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I got the phone. It was like a wall mount in her kitchen. And he was like, maybe this is Omar, and I'd love for you to do this song with Pete Cetera. Well, you know, I had grown up with Chicago.
Of course.
And I slid down the wall until I'm seated on the floor. And in my mind, like, have all female singers died overnight?
That's what you thought.
And
Am I the last call?
Yeah, I was like, what? You know, and Peter'd never heard of me.
He hadn't. It was the producer.
It was the producer.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I would love to do that. And the Christian record company I was signed to went to A&M Records and said, we have an artist that we feel like has appeal beyond the Christian marketplace.
Oh, wow.
And so they did that legwork for me.
That's great.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay. Yeah. And I guess they maybe they felt that way because what I was already doing was just sort of music that I hoped appealed across the,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's really wild.
Yeah. The writing for that record happened. I was expecting my second child. And, you know, I would just wake up in the morning and work on lyrics, work on songs. And then, you know, also touring. And I think I toured until, in preparation for that record, I toured a record called Lead Me On, which you talk about a heavy record. I had been through some personal things that were difficult for me in my marriage, and my grandmother had passed away. I mean, things that happen to everybody. But, you know, when you're young, you kind of feel like, it's happening.
Yes.
But that record actually resonated with the grassroots audience that I had grown, I guess. Yeah, I just think music finds audiences.
I do too. You just love to play music. You write from your heart. And that's what anyone can hope for, I think, you know, in this business.
Yeah.
That's all you want to do. And I was listening back to that album with Baby Baby on it. And it's crazy because the production is wild. It's synthesizer heaven.
Keith Thomas.
It's so good. It's not dated in like a cheesy way. Like it's from a very specific era, and you can definitely hear it, but it is badass. It is like, I mean, it's like synth heaven. It's just, yeah. Did you ever work with that kind of stuff before that album? Or were you pretty acoustic minded before that?
A little bit. Just, you know, the producer I'd worked with before that, his name was Brown Bannister, and he had done all my records up to that point.
So this was a change in producers too. So the sonic landscape that's a big change.
It was a big change.
Yeah. I love it.
And yeah, it was fun. That move was made that decision was made by my managers at the time, who were big music lovers, and they were like, they just wanted to fan any flame they could find.
Yeah. Well, they did it. They did it. They did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked. I was kind of nerding out on it. It's like the synth bass and then the little keyboard solo and Baby Baby.
Yes.
I was trying to play it. I'm not very synth. I'm not good with finding sounds, but I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a gift.
Yeah,
the
it's a
finding
totally
sounds.
different thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience, I think, is what it is. But
Well, and yeah, just also different things kind of bring you joy. Man, when I think about just that time in life and making music, we lived out in the country, a lot of space, but my sister lived next door with her 4 kids.
Oh, fun.
So I had young kids too, but her kids would come over and they were like, 10 years older than mine. And if I'd have a song idea and I would play 2 or 3 ideas and say, which one do you never want to hear again?
for the kids? Oh, man.
Which one's your favorite? Because to me, the record before that, Lead Me On, was so serious. And you tour a serious record for a year and it's like,
heavy.
Good gosh.
Yeah.
Can we just have some fun already?
Yeah.
And so really, I think that, where I was in my personal life, having 2 young kids and all they kind of wanted to do was just, roll around and play and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting how music comes out of what your life is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a fun record. It's very joyful.
Yeah.
And it is fun. That's so funny. I also, sometimes out of darkness can come that because you're trying to counterbalance it, too.
So the last song on that record is a song called Hope Set High. So while recording, I'm touring, I'm juggling my family of 2 kids so far.
That's a lot, by the way. That is
It was a lot.
Yeah.
So during that same season, this was so nuts, I'm always running into groups of kids that would maybe come to a concert because they came with their youth group.
Oh.
So even
and they'd stick around.
Yeah, well, so my experience was always kind of the collision of life. Because of the way I grew up, a lot of times my approach was not necessarily welcomed by a religious culture.
Because you were so open, you think?
I don't know what it was.
Okay.
So, and usually it was someone quite a bit older than I was saying something about what I was doing. And I was like, hey, I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like,
Stupid.
I just was there.
Yeah.
And so everybody's trying to find their way. But so during that very busy time, I got the idea from my friend and manager, Jen Cook. That was not her job at the time, but she was my friend. And she said, why don't we create a gathering that's not a church building and like talk to kids about things like God, prayer, the real struggles of life, but don't do it in a dress up. They're not coming to a cathedral.
Yeah.
They're not coming to a mosque. They're not coming to, it's just people living life.
Yeah.
And so, once again, this is before social media. So we invited a handful of friends to like be the leadership. So we made up skits. I wrote music. 2 of us wrote music just to have sing-alongs. And we invited high school and college kids. Like we just papered the phone poles, come to our farm, and we met in the loft of our barn.
That's so cool.
It was crazy. And like, I think there are times I tried to cook chili or anyway, while I'm doing publicity around the world, I'm also coming home and hosting these gatherings in the loft of our barn.
Wow.
And those gatherings they started off just a couple of hundred people, but I think the largest one we ever had was over 700 kids
That's crazy.
in the loft of our barn.
That sounds so fun.
And so, and that last song on the record, Hope Set High, I wrote for the very first gathering.
Okay.
Just going, hey, why'd you come? Because we just came to, we came to share life together. And yeah, so hopefully records always for all of us reflect, you know, the life we're finding one day at a time.
Yeah, I love that. Would you play a minute of that song for me? Would you mind?
Hope Said I.
Yeah. Do you?
Let me see if I can.
I don't want to.
No, that's good.
I would love to hear it.
I don't know if I'll remember the chords right.
I've got my hopes set high. That's why I came tonight. I need to see the truth. I need to see the light. I've got my hopes set high. That's why I came tonight. I need to see the truth. I need to see the light. 'Cause I can do my best and pray to the Father. But the one thing I ought to know by now, when it all comes down, when it all comes down, if there's anything good that happens in life, it's from Jesus. I tell you, when it all comes down, when it all comes down, yeah. If there's anything good that happens in life, it's from Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. I can just picture the barn.
And these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. God, music is just such a great connector.
Yeah, well, I mean, they talk about those sacred spaces now and how a lot of people just stop going to church. I don't know. I don't have any friends my age who go to church with their kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And but music is one of those places, right? Mm-hmm. Where you can gather and just be together.
Yes.
So it is a special thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure in Nashville more people go to church, but up
Yeah.
here in New York, it's
Yeah,
like,
and I think different times in people's lives is, it's just such a noisy world.
yeah,
And I think some people just feel like what they really need is just to find some quiet.
mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, and that just finding the space to just try to quiet your heart and mind. And, I had a young man call me. This has been a couple of years ago, and he's not interested in church, not interested in any of that. But, what I want to do always is encourage somebody to listen to their gut,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm sitting there going, hey, if the divine, and I believe the divine does speak to us, but it's probably not going to be on a billboard. It's probably going to be in your gut.
Yeah.
And he called me about something that was so random, and I held some information there's no way he could have known that he needed. And he said, I was about to make this decision. I just felt compelled to call you. And I said, what in the world made you call? And he said, I don't know. I just, I took my hands off the computer and I picked up the phone. And I was so glad. I was so glad for him that he listened to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, don't ever ignore that voice. Always listen
Yeah.
to that other that kind of stopped you in your tracks. Always listen to that. Make a space for that.
Well, you're a gem. I'm going to call you now when I have a hard time, I think.
Can I tell you, when you said, hey, Amy, it's Norah, and I was like, Wah! I was so glad.
Aw.
I was so glad, because I just thought, man, your music. I told you when we first met today that the Willie Nelson and Friends concert that you participated in, was that?
That was at the Ryman.
Was it the Rhyme? Was it?
It was his 70th birthday, and he's now 90. I think he's turning 93 this month.
Oh my gosh, It was, and that was kind of a crazy
That was a crazy
eclectic
lineup.
group of people.
Yeah. And I was the newbie, and nobody really knew me yet. I was like it was right when my first album came out, and it hadn't gotten huge yet. So,
Well, I'm going to tell you, your voice, you turned that entire auditorium on its ear.
aw.
And Nashville is a listening audience.
Yeah, they definitely
especially
are.
in that
Yes,
space.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love nights, when you're going to hear someone that you know, but you don't realize there's going to be a special guest.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes the opening act, I'll be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I would have missed this.
That probably happened. You go out a lot and hear music in Nashville?
I wish I went more. There are seasons in my life when I've gone to a lot more.
Yeah.
I do. It's funny. COVID kind of put the skids on a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, I think I travel so much. Really,
You just want to be home.
I love being home.
Yeah.
And I love being barefoot in the backyard. And yeah, like what stars can I see tonight?
Yeah, that's
So,
cool. I feel you. I'm like that. I live in New York City, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like a fun show that I would want to go to in my dreams. But
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I go to bed early instead.
And I feel that way when I go out, when I'm on stage and I walk out and I go, I know when the tickets went on sale, this sounded like a great idea.
And they probably had a hard time motivating
And
me.
then tonight you're going, oh my gosh, nothing sounds better than PJs, but you
made
got
it.
in your car.
Yes.
You're here. I know.
I started to realize that last year when I was on tour, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's hard to get people out now.
It is.
And I'm really grateful that I could do these shows, and there's some people that came out of their house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I never regret when I go out and hear music. I never regret it.
Totally. But you're excited to go home.
But yeah. Well, to me, that's what's so cool about like conversations like this is that somebody can be home and they hear some music.
Yeah, it's
and,
nice.
And get a feel for, just people being people.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I'm going to look you up when I come to Nashville.
Hey, we got rocking chairs on our front porch.
All right.
I'm serious.
Sounds good.
Okay. That would be awesome.
That sounds awesome. Do you want to do one more song? Do you feel like doing Baby Baby?
Come on, let's try
Yeah,
it.
because my 12-year-old self might die.
Come on.
Here, I might switch to, I don't know,
Yeah.
piano or whirly. Oh, I wanted to say something. Your songs all have crazy key changes. And that is a kind of a lost art. We were just talking about this earlier. And this one has a hilarious up key change, and then it goes
then
back
down.
down,
Yeah.
and then it goes back
Yeah.
up. It was so funny getting inside of, doing this. You get inside the songs in a way you don't normally do. And I was like,
Isn't that the truth? Yes.
so funny. It
You can
goes up,
you can
then goes
think you-
back down,
yeah.
and then it goes back up.
Yeah. Well, part of that is I don't have a very large range. And so, if you want to,
Yeah.
we got to keep
You got to lift it.
I got to have some launch room.
I know, but it's just so funny. It's like I never think to do key changes. It's a real lost art too, and you don't hear them as much anymore. But
Yeah.
it's great. Do you want to start it so I don't start it too slow?
Okay. Let me think about it.
Baby, baby, I'm taken with the notion to love you with the sweetest of devotion. Baby, baby, my tender love will flow from the blue sky to the deepest ocean. Stop for a minute, baby, I'm so glad you're mine. Yeah, you're mine. Baby, baby, the stars are shining for you. And just like me, I'm sure they all adore you. Baby, baby, I'm walking through the forest. The birds above are singing you a chorus. Stop for a minute, baby, I'm so glad you're mine. You're mine. And ever since the day you put my heart in motion, baby, I realize that there's just no getting over you. Woo! no muscle man could sever. My love for you is true and it will never stop for a minute. Baby, I'm so glad you're mine. Oh yeah. And ever since the day you put my heart in motion, baby, I realize that there's just no getting over you. Come on, sister. And ever since the day you put my heart in motion, baby, I realize that there's just no getting over you. Oh, yeah. Bass note, that's a hard one, baby. Always and forever, yeah. Baby, I'm so glad that when I think about you, it makes me smile. Baby, baby, be mine. Baby, I'm so glad that you're mine. Baby, I'm so glad that you're mine. Baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
That's too fun.
Oh, that's fun. I'm picturing your 9, 10, 11 year old self.
Oh, I used to call myself Neon Norah, and I would wear all this neon. Nobody else called me that. It was so sad. I was like, I'm going to be Neon Norah.
That's beautiful.
It was so funny.
Oh, God.
That's great. Thanks for doing that with me.
Yeah, I put a big smile on my face.
Me too. Well, thanks so much for joining me. This was so fun.
This has been fantastic.
Let's hang again sometime, please.
Yes, I'd love that.
All right. That was so fun. I got to
love
do Baby
her.
Baby.
Oh, I know.
I got to sing Baby Baby with Amy.
Took me right back.
I know, it's
to my
great.
bedroom.
She's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love her
she's-
story too. She really had an interesting road back to music.
Yeah, really interesting and just a good human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like making friends.
New friend.
New friends. And the songs we did, if you want to know, first one we did was The Me That Remains, which is the title track from her new album that just came out in May of 2026. The second song was a snippet of Hope Set High, which was a song on Heart in Motion, which came out in 1991. And the third song we did was Baby Baby from Heart in Motion in 1991. Special thanks to Amy Grant for joining us today, and we'll be back next week with Michelle and Deggiocello. Norah Jones is playing along as a production of iHeart Podcasts. I'm your host, Norah Jones. This episode was recorded by Matt Marinelli, video by Kay Loggins, mixed by Jamie Landry, video editing by Marcus Rutledge, audio post-production and mastering by Greg Tobler, artwork by Eliza Fry, photography by Shervin Linez, produced by Norah Jones and Sarah Oda, executive producers Aaron Wong Kaufman and Jordan Runtag, marketing lead Allison Cantor-Graber.